Hey everybody, we back again.
We back and we gay as hell.
Well, according to some of our guests, someone posted a little bit too many emojis.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm
It
sliding in the
is what it
DMs, y'all. Sliding it in.
is.
Jesus Christ. I didn't mean it like that.
You're an idiot. You're
I'm
an idiot.
sorry.
I'm Spencer, and of course, we have our licensed clinical therapist, Naz.
Hey, Bobby Boucher.
Gay old Bobby. Here we go. This is the Different Spectrums podcast where we talk about movies, shows, and the mental health aspects that surround them. We also like to have some laughs. So don't take us too serious.
Or do. That's completely up to you.
There you go. Also, don't forget to run up those likes for us. We'd really appreciate it. So, today, it's a Monday pod. So,
Monday pod.
it's all about the fun. It's all about we talk a little bit mental health, but we are also going to talk about some funnies. And today, a little parental advisement, right? We're doing Tropic Thunder, all right? Now, if you haven't seen Tropic Thunder, it's all about these actors who are filming a Vietnam War movie, and they decide to go a little bit too meta. They go too far, and so speaking of cock, there's a chicken that Nas put up, so that's why. All right, and so Robert Downey Jr.'s character, all right, he's a method actor, right? All method. And so any character that he plays, he goes 100% in, 100%. He's playing a Catholic priest. He has the Irish accent. And so in this film, he's required to dress up and get surgically like bleached black skin. It's like a bleached darkened skin. But yeah, and he plays like what he thinks is a stereotypical black man,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you know what? In a lot of cases, it's very offensive. It's very offensive. But for me, I will say, and for a lot of people, they do it perfectly in the way that, the way they set it up and the comedy of it. It's hilarious. They even bring it up like they couldn't even give a black man a role in this, like a starring role. They have to give it to a white guy who dresses like a black guy. So
Yeah.
that's how it goes. And so in this film, they talk a lot about racial things, a lot about being gay, and then also, they have a whole bunch of other topics that are going to be brought up. But just wanted to point that out that if this isn't your bag, that's fine. There are other podcasts that you can listen to. You don't have to listen to just this one. We have other great podcasts that you can
Yeah.
check out. So, if this isn't the one for you, that's fine. Don't sue us
Yeah.
because we have no money.
Nope.
So, with that, like I said, we're going to be doing Tropic Thunder. We're going to be talking about mirroring. We're going to be talking about just microaggressions. We're also going to be talking about how masculinity can sometimes stop us from actually being our true selves. Yeah. So before we get into it, Nas, anything?
Yeah. So this is gonna be fun, but also we're gonna have some serious conversations, and I'm gonna try and tie in. I'm gonna try and tie it in. I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Microaggressions.
try.
Just some queer related things. Being gay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe being feminine, but also being very masculine. How that's like a tough balancing act, especially if you're maybe in the military or something else that's masculine. Obviously, these are all actors that are playing actors in a movie that are the
Yep.
military individuals. So right, it's very convoluted and meta.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to chat about that, and then we're going to get into some funny stuff about mirroring. So they're all going to be really good visuals. These are the scenes that are like stuck in a lot of folks' heads, and so
Yes.
that's why we're going with that. It's like stuff that's ingrained. What you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? Huh? I can see in your white devil eyes, your beady white devil eyes.
I'm telling you.
I did not notice that he said that
Yeah,
until
me
now.
either.
That
I'm
was
like,
funny.
yep. I know what he's talking about. I've seen it. Some white folk got them beady eyes. I was like, oh, hell no. Nope. Yep. Shit's scary, bro. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun today and then hopefully get into some really good topics. Monday pod. Yeah. Let's get her done.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Jeez. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about our new collaborator, Toink Toys. They have a wide selection of, you guessed it, toys and other great collectibles. They have products from Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and everything pop culture. You could say they put the toy in Toink. So go check them out at toink.com and use our code Different Spectrums Podcast to get 10% off your entire order today.
Wow, look at these ruins. Where the hell are we?
Dan Crook River.
Yes, so? How do you know that? Are you sure?
Only one way to find out, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so good right now. Seriously, my skin hurts.
Enough from the peanut gallery. Into the water, ladies.
No, man. Let me take a look at that map right quick.
Why is everybody all obsessed with the map?
Because we're tired of being your trail donkeys, acting like you some one-man GPS. God damn it! We lost. We fucking super lost, man. Tell them, McCluskey. Tell them what time it is.
I don't believe you people.
Huh? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Huh?
I think what Tug
man.
means is you people,
No, look at
you
his eyes,
actors,
man.
you people.
Look at them beady white people eyes.
I gotta get back to those answers.
Chill. All right? Just chill it.
Now, let's go get those Viet Congs.
Viet Cong.
What?
It's Viet Cong. There's no S. It's already plural. You wouldn't say Chinese's.
All right, that's enough of this insubordination. If the machine breaks down, we break down. Hey, man, you know how Rambo 1, he was big with little puffy, and then Rambo 2, he got all shredded up?
Yeah.
That's kind of how you look right now.
Oh,
You know, not Rambo 1, but 2.
really?
Yeah, when he was cut up.
Well, I'm not that. I mean, that's what I'm going for, but you
Come
know.
on, dude. You more shredded than a Julian salad, man.
Thanks, yeah.
What's the secret, dude?
It's a diet. I'm just dying. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to come up a little, but it's just, it's tough.
No, you look good.
In the
I mean,
tits?
yeah. What?
In the tits you got?
You know, there's like the pineapple.
Give me that goddamn map. Fuck you.
Hey!
All right, now. What it is, Sikorsky? Tell us where we really at.
Fucking bullshit. It's a chump move.
We just getting a second opinion, Doc.
We're going the wrong way.
Damn.
Son of a bitch.
God, I think we were supposed to be doing this,
We did.
and instead, we did this.
Think you can get us back to that drop zone, boy?
Maybe.
This is insane. Are you really going to abandon this movie? We're supposed to be a unit.
Suck my unit.
All right, fine. I'll finish it by myself.
You go be all you can be, man.
Tug, you have no idea where you're going.
Yes, I do. I'm going to... Exterior, rainforest, dusk. Smash cut to four-leaf, who treks alone through a frightening jungle. Suck on that, unit, Kirk.
Come on, man. Let's get home.
Marcus. It makes a guy feel pretty small. This could be the last time we look at these stars.
Man, that's beauty. Nights like tonight make a man wonder what it's all about. Hey, guys, anybody got some bug spray? Don't ignore me. Stick it out, man. We're gonna get through this.
Hey, Kirk,
Yeah.
are you still dating Jennifer Love Hewitt? Because I think she's hot.
No, that was just some tabloid conjecture.
Hey guys, I'm good. I made it through. You can untie me now.
Funny, huh? The circus life 280 days a year on location. It's hard to find a girl that can hang with that, you know. Not one worth keeping, no how.
Hey, Radar. Elvins.
No, it's Kevin.
Kev, whatever the fuck, come over here. I didn't tell you, but Fatty's Fart 3 is coming down the pike, and there's a role in there for you. If you come over and untie me.
Jeff, you're just going to have to tough it out.
Your mother's a cankerous whore!
Jesus, man.
Hey, man. Remember way back when I said your mother was a cankerous whore? I'm sorry, man. I did not mean that. She's not.
How about you, man? You got some little minx waiting for you on the other side of tomorrow.
Me? I've barely even had a girlfriend. I was really hoping I'd get laid when this movie came out, but that's not gonna happen.
About you, Master Blaster. You got a certain something you're trying to get with back in the States.
What, Al Pacino? He's like 10 girls deep 24/7.
Oh, you missing me, man. I'm talking about something special, big difference. How about it?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Well, what's the skinny? You all been on a date or what?
No. I mean, I always wanted to, but I guess I just never had the courage to ask. It's complicated.
No. It's simple as pie, man. You plant your feet in the ground, you look her square in the eyes, and you say, hey, baby, you and me's going on a date. That's in the story. What's her name?
Lance.
Listen here, Lance. Lance. What the fuck did I just hear, Lance?
Did you say Lance?
No.
That sounded like Lance.
No, I said Nance. That's what I said,
It
Nance.
sounded like Lance.
Look, I'm Al Pacino, okay? I love the pussy, all right? Lay your ass back down and look at the stars.
When you wrote I Love the Pussy, was you thinking of dangling your dice on Lance's forehead?
Nah, hell no. What? Come on, look.
Man, everyone's gay once in a while.
I'm not gay.
This
How about we do
Hollywood.
this? How about we all get back to work?
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Cool.
We got a big day tomorrow. Let's get focused.
Alpha, if you untie me, I will literally suck your dick right now.
I told you for the last time, I love the pussy.
I'll cradle the balls, stroke the shaft, work the pipe, and swallow the gravy. Get it over here, buddy. Let's do this.
You can focus up now, motherfucker, and say, it's me, Tug!
It's me, Tug.
That's right. Now, Tug who?
Tug who? I don't know. Who are you?
Me? I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
What?
You a dude that don't know what dude he is.
Or are you a dude who has no idea what dude he is and claims to know what dude he is?
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
By playing other dudes.
I know what dude I am.
You're scared.
I ain't scared. Scared of what?
You're scared of who?
Scared of who?
Come on, guys, we really need to go.
Scared of you.
Jesus.
What's going on?
The dudes are emerging.
He's right, you know. Not Sergeant Lincoln. Oh, sorry.
We gotta roll out.
Nor am I. Father O'Malley. Lord Neil Armstrong. I think I might be nobody.
Wow. The insecurity level with you guys is ridiculous. Everybody's got issues.
Yeah, man, everybody got issues.
Come on, you're Kirk Lazarus. You're the whole reason I got into acting. I memorized every single monologue you ever did when I was in theater school.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, and look, Tug, I saw Scorcher 124 times when I was in 8th grade. That shit blew me away. I got high to that shit. You the man.
Yeah, man, Scorcher 1 was great.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Tugger, you're the last piece of the puzzle, buddy. We need you. Your men need you. Are you with us?
I'm a rooster illusion.
Fuck it. We'll deal with him later. Let's move. Come on.
Hey, this is your co-host Spencer, and I'm bringing you a special message from our collaborator, Silver Dollar Candles. They have great scents to go with great messages, just like Best Dad Ever, True Crime and Chill, and my personal favorite, When This Candle Is Lit, Give Me That. You can also make your own candle and message that fits you.
So go use our link in our link tree to get your order placed with silver dollar candles today.
All right. We're back again.
We're back. We're back and we're about to get canceled.
Well, people have to actually watch.
True, they gotta watch. Hey, we got some diehards that watch every pod like before it releases at 1 Eastern. Before the end of the night, like no matter what, every end of the night, no matter what, it's always 15 people tune in no matter what. And then the rest trickle in throughout the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. And usually gets close to like 100 downloads. And then YouTube usually pulls anywhere from like 20 to like another 100. So there's folks watching. It continues to grow. But you know, it's tough these days. But yeah, back on track. I know you're watching. Don't cancel me yet. Not yet. We still got a lot of teaching to do.
Yes. Also, lots of funnies. So we teach and then we laugh.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, shout out to all of our great collaborators. We got Bubs Naturals, Cure Hydration, Pinfinity, Silver Dollar Candle Company, Two Nerds Candle Company, Cat and Raven Company, and then also our new one, Twink Toys. So shout out to all of them.
All of them sound like just like, you know, if you go dirty with it, they all sound pretty funny. Like Bubs Naturals.
Pinfinity.
Yeah, I'll pin it on you. I'll pin it on you real good.
I'll pin you all right.
Toys. Like
it's still a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, and I'm done.
2 nerds, 1 candle.
2 nerds, 1 candle. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Well, new pornos coming out.
Silver Dollar Candle Company. Just think about it. Silver Dollar. You got, you know, it's a silver dollar. I'm not going to go further into this one.
Up.
All right. Here
we go.
All right. Sexual.
You can do 20% up to 20% off if you use the code DSP20. You can also go to our link tree or go in the description below this video to get your discount off of all of our great collaborators. It helps us, helps you. Go buy stuff.
Check it out. It's right in the undergarments. Right down low in the undergarments.
100. I want hundreds. Some of you got to get paid, so pay us.
Okay.
All right. All of that shelling is out of the way. All right. So we're doing Tropic Thunder, folks. Tropic Thunder. It's a Monday pod. Monday pods, if you don't know, all about either having a little bit more fun than we usually do on the Thursdays with our guests, right? Thursdays, all about our guests, trying to get to know them, blah, 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 blah. Mondays, all about getting to know us and making you laugh, making those sides hurt. So we're going to be doing Tropic Thunder, the first scene, right? Actually, you know, before we get into that, I just love Tropic Thunder. It's one of my favorite movies. It really is. Very quotable, very hilarious, has a great cast. Tom Cruise is in there, makes cameos. Even what's his face? All right.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
There it is.
He's in it. And even a little cameo from Bill Hader, one of my favorite actors / comedy guys. Lots of great actors in this movie, and they pull off like just some of the most ridiculous stuff you could say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, almost 100% sure, this movie wouldn't get made.
No.
And this is back in like 2008 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's crazy to think about. But love this movie, great actors, and this was actually around the time Iron Man came out too.
Yep.
So Robert Downey Jr. was just hitting on all cylinders. He was like,
"Yep." He just had to play a black man and took off.
Hey, we get you there, but do you pay the respects?
No.
Okay.
Appropriation at its finest.
Hey. Robert Downey Jr. can do no wrong. That motherfucker smoke crack. I think he's fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he's fine. So going to be getting into it. So first thing we're going to be getting into microaggressions. What are microaggressions? What are those? I hear the term all of the time. I don't know what it means. White women tell me I'm doing it all the time. I don't know why.
Jesus Christ.
It's the Monday pod.
Monday pod. Well, I need you to put that thing on me and tell me what a microaggression is.
All right. Moving on.
So, that motherfucker's steamy.
So I got the dictionary. I got the dictionary term for microaggressions. I'm going to read off here. All right. It is a statement, action, or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group, such as a racial or ethnic minority.
Yep.
Right? And so one of the examples that they put up here was students pose with a dry erase boards documenting their experiences with microaggressions on campus. That's fucking stupid. Why would you put that fucking thing as the example? Why would you actually put in? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So from this scene, what were some of the microaggressions that you witnessed? Because I didn't even notice. Maybe I didn't even notice. You were like, yeah, let's talk about microaggressions. I was like, what the fuck?
So one of the things is when it goes, you people. Yeah. And so, me and you always joke about that when someone says you people, right? And we're always like, what you mean, you people?
Right.
Right? Because we're always like, you being racist right now. And we love, me and you love teasing people and saying that. It's like, well, hold up now, you ain't no, hold up now. I'm not one of them. I'm like, what you mean one of them? I'm like,
yeah, one of who?
Yeah.
I know you got a white hood, bitch.
Yeah.
Pointy.
Yeah. You gonna take this to the cookout later? Or?
It's a pillowcase, I swear. I just put holes in it.
We need to do Django one day.
Oh my God.
I ain't never letting your wife make none of my shit. We ain't doing nothing for none of your people. So I've done a decent amount of presentations on microaggressions, and like he said, it could be for any. It doesn't have to be marginalized group. It could be for any group. Specifically, microaggressions could be. It could be overt, but it's usually pretty subtle. It's like small things. Folks will like to use the metaphor called dog whistles. It's like a very unheard racial thing or a homophobic thing, trans thing, anti-trans.
So when you say dog whistle, it's just for like only certain people can really hear it rather than
correct.
Then other people like say black people can hear certain terms and words and be like, the fuck is that?
What do you mean by that? Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I didn't. What did I mean by
little
that?
Small cuts. Cuts. It's not overt. Like, hey, you're a dog. What are the not American, Bank of America. There was a big, issue like in the 2015, 16, something like that. There was a massive lawsuit where a bunch of the financial officers were calling black folks mud people.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Massive lawsuit, and how still to this day there's redlining. Folks want to look up what redlining is. It's when banks are crossing out sections and not allowing people to get loans for certain areas and communities, and they redline them out of that district. I felt like they tried to do that here when I moved to West Lafayette. I got approved for a loan that was way smaller than what I should have been approved by a bank, and I was like, "There's some racial shit going on here. This ain't right." That was kind of microaggressives, like subtle racism. Overt racism is like saying those horrific slurs, like anything under the sun that is like out there, that is bad. Microaggressions could be something small, like, oh, you speak real good for coming, from Michigan. You speak real good for being Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
You're smart for being poor. I'm like, oh, okay.
You're so urban.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Nas, I love all your colorful shoes. I'm like, you love them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Or when people are like, what's up, bro? I'm like, nah, bro. You call me Dr. Nas. I ain't your bro. Very subtle things. Yeah, no. Microaggression could also be if someone thinks they have rights to your body. or your hair. So a lot of black folk will notice. Folks will go touch their hair, play with it. Like some folks think that they have rights to my body because it's large. It's like, oh, let me hold you, let me touch you, let me pat you. Like, it's kind of weird, bro. It's usually something very subtly racist or homophobic or fatphobic things, right? There's certain things that go on. What are some other examples? When folks are like, hey, where are you from? And they'll do it a lot to like international folks, or what's your nationality? And they'll be like, well, I'm from Carolina. No, but where are you from though, man? Like from North Carolina? Like, I'm from, I'm from Brownsville, North Carolina. Like, what you trying to look for? No, where are your people from? Oh, yeah, my people from, Pakistan. Oh, okay. Oh, I love it.
Your ass was from Honolulu.
See? Or like when someone comes up to you, Spence, or not to me, but like if you go up to like black folk, right, and someone knows that you're black or your family's black, right, and they're like, oh, I love fried chicken. Like, what the fuck, dog?
Why? I mean, who doesn't at this point? But
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Hey, you ever eat pig's feet? No.
I was at the dinner table the other day with coworkers a couple weeks ago, and my boy, he was talking about, man, me eat tacos all the time at the house, and he just looks at me. I'm like, bitch, why you looking at me, dog? Like, hold up now.
I love Chinese food. Chow.
Jesus. See? Microaggressions.
Yeah. So, you know what? And I catch myself sometimes. I'm like, shouldn't do that.
To be fair, because he's a redheaded white dude. And I said, hey, man. I called him a ginger a few times. I said, at least my children have souls.
I know. You always go for the soul thing.
Yep.
You're dead inside, aren't you?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why I hope your whole family gets sunburned.
How did the moon burn you?
Yeah. Motherfucker. You putting Vaseline on? That ain't even lotion no more. Again, that's also kind of microaggressions against white folk. So it could be so many different things that make people feel less than, smaller, make them feel a little bit more or less human, less respected. Hey, now you drive pretty good for a woman's. Like, I don't know, dog. I don't feel like that's the right thing to say. There's so many small microaggressive things. Like, I know for me, like, if I'm not bubbly, like we've talked about on the pod, then people be like, oh, you angry? And I always have to fight off like this like racial stuff or this racial stuff or like size stuff to always see bubbly, because I don't want to scare people, because I know they have an implicit bias for folks that look for me or look like me. I was talking to students the other day because I know how microaggressions are. It's like these subtle looks that they look at me in the store like, oh, you stealing something, ain't you, boy? I'm like, calm down. Like, I got money now. I am stealing something, but like, don't look at me like I'm stealing it.
Hey, just because I steal doesn't mean that I don't have the money to pay for it. Right?
Correct.
I'm doing it for the thrill.
I told my student, I said, I held the door open for this boy. And I like to hold the door open for people. My mama said, this is how you just treat people. This is how to be a good man. Hold the door for everyone. So it's always stuck in my head now. It's always stuck. Every time I see someone, I'm like, I'm going to hold the door. And then lo and behold, like I was walking and then this dude beat me to the elevator and then he like held the elevator for me. It was like a nice interaction. And I was telling students about this interaction, right? Just of kindness, exchange. And they're like, why are you talking about this? I said, because maybe this Asian kid will think people of me, big brown kids. They'd be like, hey, man, they're not all bad. And I know how some folks be looking at you, right? They'd be like, oh, man, I'm scared of those people. I feel like always we're having to fight this implicit bias thing, being folks of color, Spence. And we're always looking out for these microaggressions or like subtle things. And so when he says you people, me and you both knew what that meant. Is like, you people. Could people who like to say that? I've had people that talk shit about Mexicans. You know how them people are. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm Mexican too, bro. Like, what you talking about? You them people. well, you know, they doing this and they doing that. I'm like, you really need to chill the fuck out. So some of it's like direct racial stuff, but then like people like to hide it, you know, covertly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
My pops is even getting good at calling that shit out now. He's like, nah, man, you can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
There's way better examples. Here's a good one. Oh, you know, you're in college. That's awesome. You play football? Like, no, I'm reading books and shit, dog. I'm a doctor. Oh, but you play basketball, didn't you now?
First of all, you Mexican Lebanese. I never seen a Mexican Lebanese basketball player in my life.
You're right. Well, you know, I was thinking of black folk in a minute. See, that's my
man. No one said. No one. I've seen a couple of Hawaiians play football.
Yeah, they're looking at me. They're like, "You back there?"
Y'all can hit.
Y'all can hit. They look at me. They're like, "You back there cooking them motherfuckers something, ain't you?" Good burrito cooking motherfucker. Microaggressions. It can make people feel like shit over a period of time, over and over and over. So in this Spence, what the hell is going on in this scene, right? He's over there. What are they lost? And they're trying. What's going on? Why is he a black guy? And then there's this other black guy. FYI, that one dude, he's actually from I think like Michigan. He's from the suburbs of Michigan. It's kind of cool. I went to one of his comedy things. He's pretty funny. Oh, I just put something together. Later in the scene, we're going to talk about him being gay. I remember actually seeing him at the comedy club. I said, "Man, you good looking, man. Can I give you a hug?" He said, "I don't get down like that, homie." I said, "Let me give you a hug."
I'm pretty sure. Wait, what year was that when you did that?
Bro, that was probably like 2015, 2016.
So he's probably been fighting like gay allegations.
Probably.
For a while. And
you're
like, "Come here, man. Let me touch you."
Yeah. Let me be your big spoon now.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let me brush your hair.
Did not like that. But yeah. All right. Tropic Thunder. So it's all about this. It's supposed to be this huge war movie. But like the production and everything like that, everyone's prima donnas. They're like, it's not going well. They're not filming, and everyone just keeps on like, everyone's screwing up in their own ways, right? And so the director of this film brings them out into the actual jungles of Vietnam to try and get them to just feel what it's like to be in that environment, and then get them to act. And so all these cameras are pointing. They have hidden cameras everywhere, and so he gets off. They get off the helicopter. They're ready to get direct steps on a landmine and blows up.
Yep.
And then Ben Stiller's character thinks that it's all part of the movie, all part of the bit. And so he plays along, and then he grabs the head and he starts waving it around. Eats a little bit of the entrails that are coming off. Hilarious stuff. And of course, Robert Downey Jr.'s character is just like, "Dude, we're fucking lost. What are you doing?" He actually, "This motherfucker's dead." And so then of course Ben Stiller's character, thinking that he knows everything, says that he has the map and that he's going around. And so they start, trying to find these different points that they're supposed to be at. And of course they're going in the wrong direction, the wrong way, because he has no idea how to read a map at all. Because he's an actor. He's not. It's pretty stupid. And so that's when we get here, and then hilarity ensues. Yes.
I feel like, I don't know if I was saying "you people" until like after this movie came out, because like when someone said "you people," like then you like, "What you mean you people?"
Right.
I feel like this might have been like the pop off of that. Maybe not, but I feel like this might have been the pop off of that.
I think people were saying it. It's just like, it wasn't even like probably microaggression. That shit was like fucking macroaggression.
Yeah,
like,
legit overt racism.
People,
yeah.
Right. And so you could really say that. But in this case, he was talking to everybody. So he was just like, "What's wrong with you people? Huh? What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?"
Because that was the dude that's actually black that's saying that. And he's
so
like, "You're not."
He's like, he's trying to check Robert Downey Jr. and be like, no. You're part of the other side of this.
Yeah.
You're not the you people.
You're an Australian white guy.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's the thing about this film. Is just like, it's very, we've talked about it, it's very meta in the way of like having these actors being like, they think nothing they do is wrong, nothing at all, like they can't do wrong, but then they also can't really see past their own bullshit.
Yep.
Which we've seen a lot with actors, especially like a lot of actors who take on like these type of roles and they get a little too into the role. But yeah, it's very good way. I like how they did it, especially in like the comedy way. And then don't even get me started on Simple Jack. That shit was
yeah. I thought it was good to talk about because we haven't talked about microaggressions before.
True.
We might have talked to just a little season here and there on certain things. A lot of folks don't really know what it is.
Right.
And like I said, we covered it pretty well here with some hilarity to it. It is a pervasive thing that many folks will do without really knowing it. They're not meaning it to be racist, but it is racist. It is like homophobic. It is super gendered. It's whenever you're making like a positive comment, but actually there's like some negativity under it, this and that, right? I've given many examples now. I thought it was interesting to bring up. I thought it's interesting to bring up just in general. You know, I'm glad that we don't see a lot of like appropriation now. And so what am I meaning by that is you would see a lot of these actors. Like I remember this one, it was one of them Greek movies. And it was like Brad Pitt playing it. And I'm like, what the hell? Like this is supposed to be like, yeah, Troy, there you go. Like there's so many movies where it's supposed to be like legit different ethnic backgrounds playing it, right? Different Asian, East Asian, supposed to be Arab, Greek, and they'd be like, oh, there's a white dude.
Yeah.
And I've always hated that. Not saying that this movie's playing a whole like scheme and like a shtick and making fun of it.
Right.
But man, it like even like Big Mouth. Remember like how they had like that one actress like quit because she was playing like a black woman in there? I'm like, you know what? You should probably not be taking that. It should be a black girl's voice, not your voice.
I agree with it in a lot of instances. I do agree with that. It's kind of like how we see like for like the new Willy Wonka movie, they don't even have like actual little people playing like Oompa Loompas anymore. They have other like actual side, like they have different actors playing CGI Oompa Loompas.
Okay.
Which I think personally, don't get me wrong, I know people probably don't want to be, associated with like Oompa Loompas and shit, right?
Could be.
But at the same time too, that's also a role in a huge film, right?
Correct.
And that's a job. That's their job. They're actors.
Yep, there's a bunch of actors like that.
So it is what it is, right? So you got to do it. I mean, Peter Dinklage plays a small guy in Game of Thrones. Yep. That's what it was written as, right? That's what it is. So I do think in some ways that you should be doing that. For some instances, I think, especially for voice acting, if you have like especially if they're looking for somebody who can be off the cuff and bring comedy or drama into certain roles, and I think that's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to look at it. If you play a black character, Asian character, white character, I don't care as long as you are good for that role. That's fine. Yeah. But yeah, I do agree that I think that sometimes they don't give roles to people that they really should, even though there are tons of great actors from all different types of backgrounds that can do it. But we even see that in this movie. It's they're playing that meta part, right? So they have a white guy playing as a black guy, but they don't give the starring role to an actual black
guy. Yes.
In the film. Right. And they even point that out, the hypocrisy of it all. Correct. Of even Hollywood. So I agree. But then I think there are also instances where it can be like, towing the line a little bit.
Yeah. For me, I like to see, I'm like, yo, man, if it's about a specific population, it should be that population playing those roles. I always feel like that's the best route because I'll be watching stuff. I'm like, bro, this shit don't. How you gonna have like something about like, you know, like old school, like religious or Greek, or or Arabic, or like even Jewish folk, and then it's all just played by white folks with blue eyes. I'm like, this shit don't make sense. Like, I've always saw that.
But do you feel that for the other way around though? Like, say for like Snow White, do you think because they talk about the skin being as white as snow, and yet we have somebody who is, of a Latinx.
So that changing it, yeah. So
do you agree with that part too?
Well, see, I'm thinking, well, yeah, I can get where you could be getting at, or what other people getting at. See, that's a little different. They just completely recasted it. To me, that's just a complete recast. Also, like all the movies were written white as hell, and so it's like you're just gonna continue to show white bodies in all of these motion pictures.
Yeah, but it's Snow White, dog. Like,
okay, no, I get that. Hey.
Let's stick with that example. Is that like and especially they also apparently didn't have any little people for the dwarves, which I'm like, come on now. Like,
yeah. See, I liked the Little Mermaid with Ariel and all that. Again, and then all the women of color. I thought that was awesome.
That's fine.
Maybe Snow White's a different thing. Hey, I didn't know it was a Latina. I didn't know that. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
She's in Hunger Games, the new one, the new Hunger Games.
Now, okay. Too. No, I'm not. Hey, that's my people. I'm down with it. Fuck it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can take them roles. We taking your jobs.
We'll be called Snow White. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we taking your jobs in America, people.
Oh, here we go. They took her gerbs.
Yeah. Should have built that fence sooner.
No.
Fuckers.
I'm Mexican. I can say it.
Yeah. I'm Mexican. I speak Mexican now.
Hello. Damn it.
All right. Let's waddle on over to that next scene and let's hit some of them topics over there because there were some good ones in there.
Okay. So at this point, Ben Stiller's character is taken hostage by they're not Viet Cong. They're like this drug ring, right?
Yeah.
And so he gets taken hostage by them, and then of course the rest of the crew has gone to go try to save him. So this is before they go try to save Tug, and they're having a very peaceful moment. Maybe their last, because they might not survive. And so,
why'd you choose this scene?
Why did I choose this scene? I chose it because it was so funny. It's so funny.
What did you find funny about it?
About the facts. Were you thinking about Lance? We dangling your dice on his forehead.
Jesus.
Look, I love the fact that at first, like, Robert Downey Jr. is so shocked, like, Lance, what the fuck? And he's also like, hey, everybody's gay sometimes,
He said it's Hollywood.
He's accepting. He's accepting, right? He's accepting. And I think that with this, we wanted to talk a little bit about masculinity and how let me pull up his name real quick because I want to make sure that I am actually saying his name right. So Al Pacino, that's right, Al Pacino. Al Pacino, after he says that, his crush Lance, what the fuck did I just hear? After he says that, Lance, he tries to cover his tracks and be like, whoa, I'm not gay. I loves the pussy. He loves the pussy. Loves
Jesus
it.
Christ.
And so it's interesting to see that he has to be so, especially when he's about to die, possibly, that he has to cover up his masculinity and just still be, straight Al Pacino. I love the pussy. Even though doesn't have to. It seemed very accepting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a funny scene to do. And then also you have Jack Black, whose character is going through withdrawals because he's such a drug addict, and he got his drugs stolen by a bat.
And he's just fucking detoxing in a tree.
Detoxing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man, he's just detoxing.
Sweating.
Oh yeah, and then he's like, "I love you, I hate you," and then just saying the meanest things and just trying to bargain, negotiate, and then at the very end there, you see him, you see him, you hear him make a sexual pass at homeboy, like, "Hey man,
I'll do what I gotta do.
I'll hook you up."
Grab balls, stroke the shaft, swallow the gravy.
Jesus. So I thought after Spence wanted to watch this just because it expresses like his sexuality pretty well.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sending all the emojis to some of our guests that make them think that we are women.
Yep, pretty much. I thought this could be a good talk about how we as men, or women as well, when our masculinity, our strength, our dominance is pushed or questioned, that we have to exude even more masculinity, more toxicity, more strength. He deepens his voice. He starts like flexing and get mad, like, well, move on now. It becomes even more hypersexual. And so when some dudes are like being like super hypersexual sometimes, I'm like, bro, this is sus, bro. I'm just looking at you like, you can calm down, bro. Like most dudes aren't talking about this like all the time. Like every word out of your mouth doesn't have to be about this one thing. Specifically, that's how my uncle is, bro. Like he can't go like 2 seconds without talking about something gross, dude. And I'd be like, dog, like that's nasty, man. Like we not even talking about that right now. Just some people, man, are just like wild. So in this scene, they talk about who do you love? And I think it's a wonderful scene. It's like, who do you love? Do you ever miss someone? Did you have that one person? Not about you crushing ass. Did you have someone that ever meant something to you? And he's like rubbing that cow or that horse or whatever. I'm like, this is weird.
It's actually an oxen.
There you go. And he's like, yeah, And then he's just like in deep thought. He's not really thinking about masking.
What's his name? What's her name?
What's her name? He said Lance.
Lance. What the fuck?
And Robert Downey Jr., he went with it for a second, like, Lance, that's a good name. Hold up now.
Nance. I said Nance.
I think it's very funny.
Yeah.
But also like very real, because there's a lot of dudes that get caught up in this, that want to talk about something, that want to come out. I got students that are coming out to their parents all the time, man. As gay, as bi, as asexual, as trans, as an interracial couple, you'd be surprised how that's like still a major issue. Different religions. And, sometimes it'll slip and the parents will be like, what? What you talking about? What you mean his name is Bobby? Motherfucker, we're Arabs. We ain't no Bobbies in this household. I got some clients that are going through it now, like Thanksgiving and like the holidays are like the weirdest time for my couples that fit in any of this description. And that when they're not in a heteronormative couple or in the same ethnicity or religion. And bro can get so weird. Like they'd be like, I'm worried. Like, I'm really worried what's going to happen. I'm like, it's fine. Worst case scenario, they burn you at the cross. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
And they're like, damn. Worst case, they like do an exorcism on your ass. Like, you'll be fine.
The power of Christ compels you.
So very real. Yeah. This scene.
Also, though,
what's up?
Some context. Al Pacino's also like this big time rapper.
Yep.
And so, as we know, a lot of rappers, I mean, it's gotten to a different point now, kind of.
Yeah.
But a lot of rap, especially back then, 2008, it's all about masculinity.
Yep.
How much of the stuff you get, the little pop pop.
So it's talking about women, a lot of women. There's a lot of sexuality, right? It's like very braggadocious about who you're going, who you're having sex with, what drugs you're doing.
He literally has a energy drink called Booty Sweat.
Which I literally, to this day, anytime people are like, hey man, I got this energy drink, and I said, that booty juice.
Booty juice. They're like,
hey man,
you know, it's Booty Sweat, not booty juice.
Like booty juice
so
would
much
be
worse. So much worse.
I know. Like, what would booty juice be? Would that be like this? You know, is that the sweat from the booty, or is like the juice coming out the booty?
I would say it's coming out.
Like, you know, yeah.
You
So it's like the seepage.
Yeah. What is this show? How did us talking about this be worse than the actual Tropic Thunder movie?
I'm just saying, you know, you gotta love some juice. So now if you're gay, does you have more juice?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Over masculinity always has black rappers have to be overly masculine.
100%.
That is the moral of the story. They always have to be. It's gotten a little bit better with like Lil Nas X and the other rappers who come out who are kind of not gay, but you know, they wear like, you know, women's clothing and things like that. Try to normalize, you know, strong men wearing stuff like that, which is,
it's also just not as defamatory as what it used to be.
No, if you got caught wearing a skirt in like back in the day rapping, no, you wouldn't probably not be heard at all.
No. So so you're right. That gives context on how he acts and why. I think it's interesting because we have these conversations as men where we talk about, and women have conversations too. And everyone has conversations about relationships. Could be sex, could be romantic partners, could be certain things that y'all doing, whatever. Could be how do you talk, how do you date, bunch of different things. And so any femininity will be like squashed and bullied and picked fun of. And so I think it's interesting because I'm privileged enough to be a large human. And so, you know, when I ebb and flow into femininity, it's not a big deal. But for a lot of folks, it is. A lot of folks is dangerous. So y'all have a lot of my queer identifying students, you know, they got to lock up some of that and present a little bit more masculine in certain situations in fear of their bodies. As we know, right, these homicides and hate crimes do happen to folks.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's a scary place to be as someone that's queer or trans. And so I think it's interesting to show that folks still code switch to this day. You will see it in the work office where someone could be a certain way outside, but then they get to the office and they're like, what the problem is. I'm like, what you mean with the problem?
Frank, you don't have to talk like that.
Yeah, man, your name is Matthias, bro. Calm down. It's very interesting. And I am a person that falls in that too. When I'm around, you know, certain people back home, Saginaw, Flint, right? I'm not acting all jokey and fluffy and fuddy-duddy, right? I'm usually a little bit more masculine just to make sure that I'm like safe in those areas. And not to where I'm defaming other folks. But you know, you turn it up a notch, a nip.
It's me, a Spencer, and I'm here to talk about our longtime collaborator, Cure Hydration. Cure is a premium hydrating electrolyte drink mix made with organic coconut water and pink Himalayan salt with no sugar added. It contains 4 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. My go-to flavor is grapefruit, but if you're not into that, you can go and get their variety pack with 8 different flavors to sample. Go to curehydration.com or go to our link tree and use the code DSP20 to get 20% off your entire order today. Hey everyone, thanks for watching our show today. We just wanted to take some time to give a special shout out to our collaborator, Cat and Raven Design. They are a small queer-owned business that specializes in LGBTQ plus pride soaps. They have great designs, some that even look good to eat, but don't. You can get 10% off your entire order if you use the code DSP or go to our link tree. Help support this great small business and help give back to a great community.
Fetch just shake his head. Turn up a little tinge, little tick. And I feel sad for a lot of folks that can't do that, because no matter what, they will be seen as more feminine. And so this is something about that toxic masculinity that plays into mental health, plays into anxiety and depression, plays into not letting out emotions, and plays into why men have really, really high suicide rates when we're middle aged, because we don't talk about shit. It plays into a lot of young men that I work with that, you know, don't want to show weakness, which is like anything in the relationship. No, nothing's wrong. I'm fine. I'm like, bro, you probably should talk to them, let them know that you're hurting, or let them know that you want to talk about things in this way. You want to do these things. You don't have to keep bending over backwards for these things. But, you know, I'm a man and I could just take it, and I just need to be quiet and then provide. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's a one-way ticket to like self-hatred. That's a one-way ticket to depression, and y'all gonna end up breaking up because you're gonna be depressed as shit. Masculinity is what kills a lot of us. That dominance, that greed, that ultimate power, that motherfucking, the Eren Yeager of Attack on Titans.
God.
That masculinity to get you
Pull
now.
that out of your ass.
Put it right out the booty juice.
The booty, it's covered in booty juice. Don't lick your lips when I say that.
That booty in your body, that booty. I got some good ass booty.
Monday
now.
pod, folks.
Monday pod. I've been the juice, and it's juicy now.
I feel like every 5 seconds we should probably be like, it's a Monday pod, everyone.
Monday pod.
Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
We're fucking stupid.
But we're making some valid points when it comes to like masculinity. It's a tough place to be. Tough place to be. Because you can't really express anything like, hey, by the way, even if it was a heteronormative couple, you know, I just really enjoy just cuddling with my girl. Nope, you can't say that with certain folks. They'd be like, oh, gay. Like, calm down now. Like, I can't hug my wife. Yeah. Calm down now, man. Here we go. Like, oh yeah, I made my wife, you know, dinner. Oh, and then like, calm down now, man. Yeah,
wear a pink apron too, big boy.
It's just terrible, man. Like, you can't do anything these days without people teasing you about something. Even back then, it was probably worse. You'd probably get legitimately harassed.
Oh yeah.
Which sucks because, and I've done it. I've microaggressed many of my clients. Some sarcastically on purpose. I remember one of my boys. He's like, "Yeah, man. For a potluck, we had group therapy and brought in some bread." I said, "What's this?" He said, "I brought in bread." I said, "Should you buy this?" He's like, "No, dude, I bake." I said, "You bake bread?" He's like, "What? I don't look like I bake bread?" I'm like, "No, motherfucker. You look like you got a trench coat and you about to kill somebody. Like, you look like one of them."
Oh my god!
Hey, I call it like
that's the thing, though. I think, like, especially with like microaggressions, for the most part, I think that guys really kind of take it with like a grain of salt for the most part. You know, we're just like, and then we just, you know, talk shit right back. Usually, not all the time.
If it's friends or someone you know, it's a little different. If it's a random person, then that's inappropriate.
Where you're just like, what? Why are you? What the fuck are you doing? Like, what is this?
Hey, dude walks up to me. Hey man, you like beans? Like, hold up now, dog. Like, nah, we ain't playing this game. Yeah.
Out the can?
Yeah.
Grow them?
Yeah. You Catholic? Yeah. Don't even get me started now.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Hold on now. I'll be talking no shit now. Yeah, man, it's just hilarious. There's so many different microaggressions and things. And so his masculinity was in question. I wasn't questioning his masculinity. I was questioning he just didn't come off as someone that would bake bread. He come off a little bit more, you know, heavy metal, which it is, and we've talked about it, like guitars and all that stuff. Really didn't match. It was like, hey man, I'm gonna bake some bread and like cookies and shit. Like, that didn't. But to me, it's so stupid and so gendered. It's so bullshit. Like, you can make whatever and cook whatever and wear whatever.
It's also like, we've always talked about this. It's context, you know. If we're busting balls, that's how it goes.
Correct.
Sometimes you just bust balls and you're just like, oh my gosh, you make bread, oh shit, you know. And yeah, that's how it goes. I mean,
to be fair,
what
the next like a couple therapy sessions later, we had like a legit show and tell thing. He brings in like a legit grenade.
Okay, yeah,
it was a hollowed out dead grenade, but still though, it was like, this is cool. Now everyone's like,
Like, isn't this cool? It's like, oh,
This fits your profile.
yeah. See, bread grenade.
Yep.
Why'd you bring a bread maker in? You fucking
psychopath.
Jeez.
It's funny, man. I was gonna say something about me. It's like someone large like me, you might not think would watch like anime or have like these cool toys, stuff like that. But now I'm watching it. Now I'm buying these things because that doesn't technically fit the stereotype. And there's a lot of microaggressions for white folks as well, for straight folks as well.
Wait, one thing that I want to say about that real quick about the anime. What's that one term that they use?
Weeb?
Yeah, weeb. I've heard people say it in like a very derogatory way.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, what, you're a fucking weeb or whatever. You're not Asian and you watch anime. Yeah, it's a worldwide thing now.
Yeah, it's like you can watch it. Yeah, I haven't actually heard it in a while, but yeah, I have heard people say it.
I don't get that shit especially because you know what, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that, anime for everybody, especially black households. Anytime I saw like a cousin or anything like that,
a lot of anime and black culture.
Yes.
Yep.
And so it's like the term weeb, and when we were at St. Mary's, we were around people who said that like in a derogatory way.
Yep.
And so I just wanted to pause that because I was like, I think a lot of people, and especially this person, they were just on their high horse, being like, "Oh, you're a weeb,"
yeah,
or whatever.
I know.
Like,
I know you're talking
shut
about.
the fuck up. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. It's a thing. I think some folks, maybe if you're like going way far into Japanese culture, but if you're enjoying an anime or like me watching it in English, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm not fucking.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Like throwing stars and shit, like fucking.
Well, yeah, I'm not like fully, but even if you did go fully immersed to it, it still would be appreciated. Well, I guess there's a line between appreciation and appropriation, but like most folks are nowhere near that. I'm glad you did bring up the black community does have a lot of folks that love anime. Growing up, a lot of my friends was watching anime, and I'm like, this is stupid. Well, that was it. That was the thing. They loved it. Not so much in
whole thing between like just especially like Asian culture and black culture, just the appreciation. Both show a lot of appreciation for one another. Saw a documentary series about like different karate movies, kung fu movies, and how they would actually show them in black theaters more because tons of people from the black community would go out and see these
and support
these kung fu movies. So
there you go. So there's a big crossover, and it's even like more historical than what we thought. Because it's not really that big of a thing with Mexican folk or Arab folk. Don't see it a lot.
No.
Indian folk, obviously Asian folk, right? You see it a lot, but not a lot with Mexicans and Arabs. I've noticed that with all the students that I work with. Black folk, ton. And I think it's quite wonderful because that's not the most masculine thing, and yet you've got all these prime athletes in the NFL, cleats that are Naruto and all this stuff. Like it's really cool. I love it. So quick pivot. I did want to poke fun at Jack Black, obviously being an addict. Well, I don't want to poke fun at him being an addict.
Fucking addict.
Yeah, you druggie.
Ran me into drugs, stupid.
Jesus. In all seriousness, drug addiction is very, very, very serious, and withdrawals are very serious. For some withdrawals, people can die from dehydration, your heart stopping, a lot of crazy stuff now. Pretty accurate depiction and how he's sweating and angry and all that and trying to negotiate. If you do know someone that struggles with drug addiction, and they're trying to quit, awesome, wonderful, harm reduction, make sure that they're getting appropriate care and there's a doctor helping with them or like someone, because it's very scary. A lot of medical issues could happen, right? If they already have pre-existing conditions. So just make sure you take care of yourself, folks. Make sure you take care of your loved ones if you're struggling with an addiction. Especially alcohol. You can die from alcohol withdrawals. A lot of folks don't know that. There's only a couple that you can legit die from, and alcohol is one of them. So please, please, please be very cautious and very safe. Don't lock yourself up in a room and just like sweat it out. Very scary. Just wanted to make sure that we get that clear with folks. But it is funny. It is funny watching him try to negotiate and then say things and like lash out. I think if someone was being held against their will, this is what they're gonna do. Like, hey man, like I got your back. You can let me down, man. I'm good, man. Like I'm good. Funny. Very funny. Also, I wanted to point out like how fucking serious drug addiction or withdrawals can be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a decent amount of students that go through that, and it is a bitch. So let's go ahead and let's transition. Last scene. I don't even remember the scene, and then Spence had us watch this. So what was going on? It was like they were trying to get Ben Stiller to like snap out of it or something, right? Because he's like in that weird trance.
Yeah. So what happens is when he's caught, he puts himself into like the deepest of like meta states. Like he just deep into like his role of, so he has to play his known character, Simple Jack.
Oh my God, that's what it is.
Yes. So he has to play his character, Simple Jack. And because it's the only movie on VHS that they have, the drug kingpin, like that's the only movie that they have on VHS. So they make him redo all of the scenes as Simple Jack. And so it's pretty interesting because with Simple Jack, he goes into this whole stage of like, all right, I'm gonna be very serious now, and I can't, like, he's just putting himself in that mode. I think he's also going through, what's it called when you're a hostage, was it and you,
it's like you start to love your lover or whatever like that. You love your captor.
Yeah, I forgot what that's called, but he starts kind of going through that, and then he gets this random ass son, like it's just a little kid.
Yeah, he just like adopts him.
Yeah, and he just adopts him, and so this is through the rescue. Now Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Stiller's character, they are having like they're having a, was it like an in character moment out or whatever. Like they're just having this moment of being like, I'm a dude playing a dude disguised of another dude. You gotta snap out of it, Doug. Gotta snap out of it. It's like, why do I gotta snap out of it? Why don't you snap out of it? It's just a really dumb conversation that they're having. So dumb because they're just some fucking dumbass actors, and everyone else around them is just like, what are they talking about? What is
no
happening?
idea. Bro, this reminded me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
This reminded me of like conversations that me and you have with like when other people are around. Like they just like, what the what's going on?
Look, it's only certain people are gonna get our conversations. If anyone at all, because sometimes we be talking about the most random shit.
Randomest stuff.
Ever. So crack chicken. It's
crack like chicken. This randomest stuff that people will get overstimulated by. Me and Moses is the same way. You can't do it with Colin because he'd be like, I don't know what are we talking about? Unless you catch him in a mood.
The bit.
He'll go along with it, but then like he'll be lost in it sometimes. So then he just like
go with the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? There's dialogue, back and forth dialogue.
No,
or else it's just like
a chuckle. He's Simple Jack.
You make me happy.
Jesus Christ. Pivot.
I'm doing impersonation. Sorry.
Jeez. Wild theme. What funny as shit. And at first I was like, can I therapize this? And I was like, oh, 100%. I'm a dude playing a dude of another dude.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
There it is. And so then they just keep saying dude, and all these different things. So we talk about masking all the time, but I'm talking more about mirroring. So as autistic folks know, a lot of folks in our community, we do a lot of role playing and picking up or stealing or mimicking of what others do. And we've talked about it in many pods before. This is probably a perfect description of you watching someone else and mirroring that dude.
Yeah.
This is hilarious meta type of like idea. I'm playing this role, that's playing this role, that's playing this role. And so at what point in time are you still you? And they wonder why folks on the spectrum have a lot of anxiety. They wonder why they have a lot of social burnout or fatigue is because you're playing these roles that are never you. And it can be fucking exhausting. Mirroring is fun at times, but if you have to stay in that mirrored role, then it's not fun. Sometimes what's cool is like when you start to mirror or you get a little bit of echolalia, you'll start mimicking or being repetitive or like saying things under your breath that you're watching a show. I literally said this the other day on the fuck is it called? Threads? Yeah. So does anyone ever watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and just like walk around just saying like stupid quotes? Because there's a few quotes that are just random. And I'll say like random quotes randomly just from random movies and just shout them out. Like even me and you today with mirroring, like we're mirroring. What do you mean, you people? I'm a dude. Or Lance?
Lance.
There's no way, Spencer, that in your entire life until you die, that you will be able to hear the name Lance and not go, Lance?
Lance. You know what? It's not that well. I have not heard the name Lance to actually do that.
To be fair, I don't think I've ever heard the name Lance.
No, only Lance from like, was it NSYNC?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, or Backstreet Boys. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get confused sometimes.
I'm not
I think
gonna lie.
it's NSYNC.
I don't think I've ever heard Lance.
Lance Bass. That's right.
Sir Lancelot?
And he's actually gay. I think that's actually the Lance that he ends up with. I'm not even fucking kidding. Maybe. I can't remember. But at the end of the movie, Al Pacino gets to sit with Lance and they watch the real Tropic Thunder movie in the theater and they're together.
What's his real name?
His real name is...
It's on the tip of my tongue. I guess you can't think of it.
Brandon T. Jackson.
Yep, that wasn't who I was thinking of.
Okay.
Brandon T. Jackson. There you go. Hey, shout out from Michigan. I think he's from Southfield or West Bloomfield or something like that.
It says that he is from Detroit.
It's just Detroit. I think he's from the burbs though.
It probably is. They're probably not going to say
he hangs out and was like real cool with homeboy from Detroit, the rapper.
Eminem?
No, black dude.
Royce the 5'9"?
Man, he's like younger
Pusha
now.
T?
Nah, man, he's like little tiny dude.
What the fuck?
Little tiny dude, like little goatee on him. You know what I'm saying?
You describe things. You can actually describe a fucking song.
Is it Big Meech? I don't know. Something Meech?
Oh my gosh. Young Meech? No, wait.
No.
Meek Mill? No, that's Philly.
Detroit rappers.
Oh my God. You really fucking...
I'm sorry, man. Big Sean. Big Sean.
You said Meech?
I was close.
No, you weren't.
It's
Big
amazing.
Sean.
There's some Asian shit in there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Big Meech?
Yeah. I was close. A homeboy also came up with them too at the same time. Those three guys is You Think Cooler Than Me. They all came out at the same time. What's that white boy's name? Mike Posner. Ooh, Mike Posner. Boy, I tell you get down with Mike Posner now. Mm-hmm. He got
Lance.
The music. Lance? Yeah, mirroring, pivot. It's a hell of a thing, and a lot of folks don't even know that they're doing it. You'll see in some of these checklists that I give out for like autism, it talks about like mimicking and picking up things from other people and like starting to act like people. So we do this if we live in a certain community for a decent amount of time. Like you'll start to pick up like their accents or mannerisms. But like this is like almost like instant. You hang out with like once and you're like, hello, governor. Like, hold up now. You ain't British, dog.
Like Uncle Phil when he's, I think they had like a British friend come around, and Uncle Phil would just do a British accent. And he had no idea what he was doing.
There you go.
Had no idea he was doing it.
Like Spence, it's like when you hang out around. So you can do this because you're black now.
Go.
So it's like
Here
when you hang
go.
around some of your Caribbean friends, you got a voice.
No, I don't. I only do that in front of Dom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to be like, I don't want to make people too uncomfortable. But we on the island.
The island. Oh, what island?
No, I only do that in front of Dom.
Okay.
Cool Runnings.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about Cool Runnings. Cannot wait.
Do you got a red stripe?
It's actually not a bad beer. It's not bad.
Here we go.
Man.
But I think it's probably not a bad beer, but I think people, it's just so associated with like Jamaicans now that they're just like, get that shit out of here.
Yeah. I want to say the commercial, but Malibu or whatever, or the tequila like spritzer or whatever, or like not tequila, but the rum spritzer. Maliboom boom. The commercial's just stuck in my head. But yeah, see, mirroring, it's like sometimes, and I get like if you're making these accents or like doing these these things, these colloquiums, right, then it could come off also microaggressive and racist as well. So you got to be very careful when you're doing those things. But for a lot of folks on the spectrum, time and place. A lot of folks on the spectrum, though, it's like it's in your head and it's almost like an intrinsic, like impulsive thing. Like you have to act it out or say it. And the funny thing is, I got a lot of students and clients that get in trouble. They're like, "Oh man, that's racist." My kid's not being racist at all, but it's stuck in their head and they have to say it.
Right.
Hilarious. I ain't gonna get mad at a kid. Now, if they're out there being like legit defamatory, then obviously we need to correct their behavior.
They're just sitting in class and they're just like, "Yeah, man." You're like, "Ah, fuck, god damn it, god damn."
It's like when my students would be like, whenever my students like say anything that's like kind of hood, I'm just like, nah, dude, nah. I don't.
Gotta chill.
I'm not gonna lie. I told someone the other day, I just don't like when people say bro. Like even when you'll say bro and you'll be like, "All right, bro," and like I'm like, it feels like like you mad at me, not you, but just like everybody.
I am.
And see, you are, and like, all right, bro. Like if it's like, bruh, I'm okay with, but like for some reason, bro, I associate it with like, okay, bro, like bro.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's the same way. It's like whenever I have like, especially if like Dom or anybody calls me bro, I'm just like, who the fuck am I? What'd you say?
It's weird. It's like
it is.
If white folks do
context, right?
Different context.
Words that you're just like, the fuck? Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
When white folks do it, don't feel good.
No.
And when some people put like at the end of a thing, I'm like, all right, man. But for some reason, it's like, bro. I think it's because a lot of people think that I'm what's it called?
A what?
A bro. Yeah, it's just called a bro. Like everyone's like, oh, you're a bro because I'm like a large dude and like old athlete and weightlift.
For shizzle.
I remember going on a mission trip and taking students, and like a bunch of them were like teasing me and like legit kind of bullying me for being a bro. Oh, he's just a bro. And like these girls were like legit being really mean to me for this other school. It was horrible. And then I end up doing like some little therapy on the side with a couple of their classmates. And then everyone turned like, oh shit, now this is like actually really awesome, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it was super horrible, like on how folks will just see you and just think that they know everything about you.
Yeah. Well, and then you can't really say anything back or else like,
Oh yeah,
and you're just playing up to them or some shit.
And I'm the adult in the room, so I really can't say nothing back. I'm about to be like,
you're a hoe, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna plant drugs on you. Now what? You think I ain't?
That cocaine is definitely not mine.
We in Flint. I got him put a fucking pack of fentanyl on you. I don't even know how you do fentanyl, but I said a pack.
A pack of
I don't know what that means.
On me. So.
Yeah. I need you go to gas station. I need one pack of fentanyl.
I just need a pack of fentanyl. Just a little bit.
I don't even know.
By the pack. And
by the pack. It's a little stamp. Made in Wisconsin.
Oh my God. We have some cheese in there too.
Yeah, a little cheese. Hey, I mean, it's the shaft and the balls.
What?
It's intrusive if I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh my God.
So, Monday pod. Monday pod.
Monday pod.
Monday pod. I lost all my booty juice now. I think I'm ready when you are. You want to wrap it up, or you got
You
more
shit
to
yourself? What are you talking about? What are you saying?
my energy, my life force. I'm just gonna stop.
Sounds like you shit yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I wear a diaper for a reason. The pod must go on.
I have seen a really bad brown stain on that couch. That chair is just dead.
That's just
gone.
love.
Dead and gone, just like Justin Timberlake song. All right. So thank you everybody for watching today. Hope you enjoyed the pod. If you haven't already, just go see Tropic Thunder. It's great.
Yeah.
It's out on Hulu right now. I will say though, even though we, stream stuff a lot now, I'm definitely getting back into buying DVDs. It's random. It's a random thing. I saw something about Christopher Nolan, how he was like, go buy the Blu-ray of Oppenheimer because streaming services are just shit. They're shit nowadays. And so I say go out and buy Tropic Thunder. It's a great film with a great cast, hilarious. I mean, if you get easily, offended and stuff, that's your own deal. I can't help you with that. But you know what? Go out and watch this movie. It's hilarious. Has a lot of great moments. So, yeah. So before we go, check out all of our great collaborators right there. And then also go check out our merch. We have some great stuff. If you're a Detroit fan, Detroit, different, do it. Yeah. How about you buy a fucking hoodie once in a while and actually wear the shit on the show, just like me? Look at that. Different.
I literally wear the same 2 shirts the entire week.
You're making my point exactly, but okay. Thank you. Own fucking guy on the podcast won't wear his merch. Nice. Jackass. So go check out all of our great stuff. And yeah, I'm Spencer. That's Nas. Different Spectrums Podcast.
All right, everyone. Much love. And remember, take care of yourself.
Or don't.
That's up to you. All right. Bye, you people.
You people? What do you mean, you people?
Well, what I mean is, I love Lance.
Lance?
Fuck is Lance?
The fuck did I just hear?
All right, everyone.
Cut the show off.
Yeah.
Fuck.